What if everything you've been taught about success is incomplete? What if the greatest limitation you have isn't your circumstances, your education, or your talent, but your vision? Because here's the truth, most people think too small. They ask for comfort. They seek permission. They wait for signs. And in the process, they waste the one thing they can never get back: time. Elon Musk didn't wait. He didn't ask for guarantees. He didn't play it safe. He asked one question: what is the most important problem I can solve? And then he solved it. This is a message for the person who knows they're capable of more. The one who's tired of mediocrity. The one who wants to build something real, something powerful, something that changes the game. Musk's journey isn't about money. It's about mindset. It's about waking up every day with the intention to push boundaries and challenge assumptions. Because if you want to live an extraordinary life, you can't follow ordinary rules. Start here, the mind. Most people live their lives reacting to the world instead of shaping it. They respond to fear, doubt, and distraction. They scroll instead of build. They compare instead of create. But those who rise, they do the opposite. They train their mind like an athlete trains their body. They work relentlessly. They treat time as their most valuable asset. They don't waste hours on nonsense. They study. They think. They act. Elon Musk once said, "I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary." That sentence changes everything. Extraordinary is not about genetics. It's not about IQ. It's about decision. A daily decision to show up, to work harder than you think you can, and to never settle for average. Musk reads books most people won't touch. He learned rocket science from scratch. He works 80, 100-hour weeks while others complain about Monday. He sacrifices comfort for vision. He built PayPal, then sold it, and instead of retiring, he risked everything again. For what? For a mission, a purpose. Because money is not the goal. It never was. It's just a tool, a byproduct of value creation. You want to make more, serve more, solve bigger problems. Most people aim to make a little money doing something they sort of like. That's not how you win. The ones who build wealth think differently. They ask, what valuable skill can I master? What market needs are underserved? What solution can I provide that changes the way people live or work? You don't need followers to be successful. You need a solution. You don't need to go viral. You need to be valuable. Let's talk about habits. Elon doesn't waste time. He doesn't binge entertainment. He doesn't let opinions stop him. He builds. He studies. He optimizes. Every hour is spent on a purpose. And if you want to reach the top 1%, you have to operate differently than the 99%. Wake up earlier. Learn faster. Read obsessively. Think deeper. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, not comfort you. Set goals that scare you. Execute when others hesitate. The online world gives you power previous generations could only dream of. You can launch a business in a weekend. You can learn any skill from your phone. You can sell a product, service, or idea to the entire world for free. So why are you still waiting? Fear. That's why. Fear of judgment. Fear of failure. Fear of success. Fear that you're not enough. Fear that you'll start and no one will notice. But fear is the enemy of freedom. You will never win if you let fear sit in the driver's seat. Elon faced bankruptcy, public failure, endless criticism, and he still moved forward. Because the mission mattered more than the fear. That's the mindset of greatness. And here's the truth. You don't need to be a genius to be wealthy. You need clarity, obsession, resilience, and strategy. You need to stop asking how to make fast money and start asking how to create long-term value. You need to stop looking for hacks and start developing mastery. You need to stop scrolling for dopamine and start building for freedom. Let's be clear, success doesn't come from manifesting. It comes from decisions, from sacrifice, from painful, consistent effort. You will have to work when you're tired, You will have to stay focused when distractions scream your name. You will have to study things that don't entertain you. You will have to take risks that most people won't understand. And if you do, you will separate yourself from the crowd forever. There is a war for your attention. The online world offers two paths, consumption or creation. One leads to debt, distraction, and regret. The other leads to income, impact, and independence. You were not born to consume. You were born to contribute, to invent, to build. Most people live the same year 50 times and call it a life. They trade time for money in jobs they hate, while dreaming of freedom they never claim. But you have the tools, the knowledge, the opportunity. You have access to everything. You just need the will to use it. Ask yourself, what kind of life do you want? One of quiet desperation, or one of powerful creation? You want to be rich? Then solve problems that affect millions. You want financial freedom? Then stop selling your time and start building assets. You want to grow? Then put down your excuses and pick up your mission. Elon Musk doesn't work like everyone else because he doesn't think like everyone else. He doesn't chase approval. He chases innovation. Be like that. Be the person who chooses discipline over dopamine, clarity over comfort, execution over ego, and most of all, purpose over fear. There will never be a perfect time. There will never be a safe path, but there will always be a choice. Right now, you can decide to build, to learn, to invest, to launch, to bet on yourself the way Elon Musk did, fully, unapologetically, and without guarantees. Because the future belongs to those who build it. So go build it. This is not the world our parents grew up in. You no longer need permission from a bank, a boss, or a university to succeed. You need a laptop, Wi-Fi, and obsession. That's it. There are 12-year-olds selling digital art for thousands. Teenagers making more in a month than their teachers earn in a year. Kids who built YouTube channels, NFT collections, dropshipping stores, TikTok pages, AI-powered services, and changed their lives before they even finished school. You don't need connections. You need direction. You don't need a perfect plan. You need powerful action. In the past, building wealth took decades. Land, factories, inventory. Today, it can take a single viral idea, a piece of code, a product launch. Because the internet doesn't care how old you are, what country you're in, or what degree you have. It only cares about value. So ask yourself, what value can I create? What can you teach, design, build, write, automate, or solve? That helps people. Because that's the game now. You're not stuck. You're not late. You're living in the greatest transfer of wealth in human history, and most people are sleeping through it. Elon Musk didn't sleep. He didn't inherit wealth. He created it. From scratch. From vision. From risk. When he made millions from PayPal, most people would have stopped. But he didn't buy yachts or disappear. He went all in again. This time on two ideas everyone said were crazy. An electric car company. A private space company. People laughed. The car industry was dominated by giants with billion-dollar budgets. The space industry was dominated by governments. But Elon wasn't playing small. He thought in decades, not weekends. He thought in missions, not moments. SpaceX failed 3 times. Rockets exploded. Critics mocked him. He almost ran out of money. And then, the 4th launch worked. NASA signed a contract. Tesla made its first profit. History changed. What if he had quit? That's the lesson. Wealth, freedom, and legacy live on the other side of public failure. Most people will never know that. Because they give up too soon. Because they crave applause more than progress. Because they don't trust their own vision until it's validated by strangers. But Musk, he says, I don't care if it fails, as long as we're doing the right thing. And that's the mindset you need. You will fail. You will get judged. You will be misunderstood. But if you stay consistent, you will win. Let's talk about the habits that drive that level of success. Musk doesn't start his day scrolling. He starts it by solving. He removes unnecessary meetings. He avoids small talk. He uses focused blocks of time to work deeply on critical problems. He once said, "I'm not an investor, I'm an engineer, I build things." He's not chasing trends. He's not chasing hype. He's solving century-defining problems: transportation, energy, planetary survival. And that's where the wealth comes from. From solving real problems at scale. You can do the same. Right now there are opportunities to automate content with AI, to build niche blogs and monetize with affiliate links, to create courses, apps, digital products, to build faceless YouTube channels that earn passive income 24/7, to freelance with no experience, just the will to learn. A 15-year-old made 6 figures using AI to write children's books and sell them on Amazon. A 19-year-old turned a $300 Shopify store into a $1 million brand with TikTok videos. A 17-year-old coded a simple Chrome extension that now pays him more per month than most full-time jobs. This is not luck. It's leverage. Leverage from tools, from platforms, from information, from technology. But none of that matters if you keep making excuses. I'm too late. I'm not technical. I don't have time. Lies. You don't lack time. You waste it. You don't lack resources. You haven't started. You don't lack ideas. You fear failure. And fear is not a reason to stay stuck. It's a test. Every person who made it had to fight through that wall. Elon didn't build Tesla because he knew it would work. He built it because the world needed it, and no one else would do it. That's purpose. And purpose gives you power. So let's be honest. Do you wake up with clarity and urgency? Or do you scroll, react, consume, and postpone your future? Every day is a choice. Choose mastery over mediocrity. Choose progress over perfection. Choose growth over comfort. You were not born to live paycheck to paycheck. You were not born to be another replaceable piece in someone else's system. You were born to build, to rise, to lead. But you must start. Start small. Start messy. Start scared. But start. Because 1 year of extreme focus and disciplined action can change your life forever. You want to build income online? Pick a problem and go deep. Start a content channel teaching what you learn. Turn that into a digital product. Use AI to speed up your workflow. Sell on Gumroad, Podia, or your own site. Build a list. Build a brand. Automate. Scale. Serve. That's the new roadmap. You don't need to chase every trend. You need to master one skill, build one offer, and show up every single day. That's how the world's top 1% operate. Elon Musk once said, "Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up." It's not about talent. It's about tenacity. And today you have every tool you need. Free information, AI assistance, global marketplaces, open source software, endless tutorials. So what's stopping you? The truth is, only you. You are your greatest barrier and your greatest breakthrough. Discipline beats motivation. Action beats fear. Consistency beats talent. And freedom? Freedom beats everything. It's not about being rich to show off. It's about waking up when you want, working on what you love, providing for who you love, creating something that matters. It's about owning your time. And the only way to do that is to stop living someone else's life and start building your own. The future is built by creators, not consumers. So the only question left is, which one will you be?